They say, well, nobody can beat the market. I'm just going to invest in index funds. I read a book and I read an article on the internet. Well, everything on the internet is true. Abraham Lincoln said that. Think about it. It'll come to you later.
Hey there, welcome back to Finance Zoo channel. If you're on a quest for financial success and eager to make your money work harder for you, you've landed in the right place. Today's video is an absolute must-watch as you dive into a topic that will revolutionize your approach to investing and set you on a path toward financial freedom. Dave Ramsey, the best way to invest your money. Dave Ramsey talks about two things that often stop people from investing. First, some folks think that nobody can do better than the overall market, so they just go for index funds. He jokes about how people believe everything they read online, comparing it to something Abraham Lincoln said. Second, some find investing scary and confusing. Dave agrees that it can be intimidating, but he says it doesn't have to be. He believes that even though it might look complicated, with the right help, it becomes much easier. He suggests finding someone who knows what they're doing to guide you.
Well, I use the investment principles that I talk about here on the air. I don't tell you to do something and then go do something different. I do what I tell you to do. Oh, and by the way, it worked for me and lots of others. Lots of millionaires calling in on the Millionaire Theme Hour say, Dave, I got out of debt. I loaded up my 401k with the 4 types of mutual funds. I loaded up my Roth IRA with the 4 types of mutual funds. And here I am 20 years later and I'm a millionaire. Thank you.
Dave Ramsey often hears opinions about his investment advice, but he's got a simple explanation. He points out that he has millions of dollars in mutual funds. That money didn't appear out of nowhere. He mentions that he went from being bankrupt at 28 to where he is now at 57. And he believes it's because he followed the investment principles he talks about. He's clear that he practices what he preaches. He's not just saying one thing and doing another. He believes his methods work and isn't that hard to understand. His approach to investing is based on a set of principles that he believes are effective for building wealth over time. While he hasn't explicitly detailed every aspect of his investment strategy, based on his teachings and public statements, we can infer some key elements of his approach. 1. Debt and emergency fund first. Begin by paying off debts and building an emergency fund to establish a strong financial foundation. 2. Diversified mutual funds. Invest in well-managed mutual funds across different sectors for steady long-term growth. 3. Long-term perspective. Embrace a patient, long-term outlook to benefit from compound interest and avoid reacting to short-term market fluctuations. 4. Consistent investing. Practice dollar-cost averaging, investing a fixed amount regularly regardless of market ups and downs. 5. Educated and rational choices. Understand basic investing concepts, avoid high-risk ventures, and make informed decisions while controlling emotional reactions. Dave Ramsey's investment method is rooted in principles of discipline, long-term perspective, diversification, and education. He believes that by adhering to these principles and making consistent, informed decisions, individuals can work toward building wealth and achieving financial security over time. It's evident that his straightforward approach holds significant merit. The idea of addressing debts and establishing an emergency fund before plunging into investments resonates strongly with me. Much like Dave's journey, I've encountered financial challenges, which makes his advice particularly relatable.
Horses. I don't bet on horses just because I don't know anything about it, and I don't gamble because I don't like losing money. I work too hard for it. So, but if you're sitting, I went to a dog track one time or a horse track one time when I was a youngster, and they tell you, this horse has not won a race ever. So bet on that one, stupid. This horse won the last 3 races. Well, I probably might bet on him. That's all you're doing when you're picking a mutual fund. Did it beat the market? If it didn't beat the market, then don't pick that mutual fund. That's not rocket science. That horse hadn't won a race. Don't bet on that horse. Why is this hard?
His approach of selecting mutual funds that have outperformed the general market, like the S S&P 500 makes a lot of sense to me. I've often found the world of investing to be overwhelming, but Dave's simple strategy feels approachable. The analogy he uses about not betting on horses because he lacks knowledge and dislikes losing money resonates with me. It's a relatable comparison that highlights his practical and down-to-earth perspective, which mirrors his investment advice. This relatability is something I find reassuring and relieves some of the intimidation I felt when considering investment options. Drawing a parallel between picking mutual funds and betting on winning horses is an insightful way to illustrate his point. If a horse has consistently won the last 3 races, it's logical to consider betting on it. Similarly, if a mutual fund has consistently beaten the market, it seems sensible to consider including it in your portfolio. The simplicity of this analogy underlines Dave's overall approach, which is about making investing decisions that are clear and manageable. In essence, Dave's explanation and analogies helped me grasp the idea of choosing mutual funds more easily. His straightforward methods and relatable comparisons emphasize his commitment to offering practical advice that resonates with individuals like me who are looking to navigate the complexities of investing. Dave emphasizes that you don't need to settle for passive investing just because someone says you can't beat the S&P 500. He speaks from his experience, sharing that his personally chosen mutual funds have averaged 13.4% over 40 years, outperforming the S&P 500's average of 11.81%. His investments have consistently beaten the S&P 500 over the past 30, 20, and 10 years. So how did he do this? Dave picked mutual funds that performed better than the S&P 500, just like picking winning horses. He urges you to check the track record. If a mutual fund consistently outperforms the S&P 500, that's the one to consider. To learn, he recommends sitting with someone who knows about mutual funds. However, he acknowledges that sometimes the internet spreads misleading information. Despite that, his strategy worked for him and resulted in millions of dollars. His upbeat conclusion echoes his success. Life is good. If you're ready to start investing and aim to become a millionaire, it's time to sit down with someone who can help you understand your financial situation. This applies if you're at baby step and you're keen on achieving financial independence. The goal is to retire comfortably and not end up with financial struggles later in life. Becoming wealthy isn't an accident. Those who are rich and well-off got there intentionally. They consistently put money into things like 401 Onyx and Roth IRAs, investing in good mutual funds over the years. It might not be the most exciting story, but it's like the story of the tortoise. Slow and steady wins the race. Dave emphasizes that he's not trying to sell you investments. He's here to teach you, and he's getting a bit tired of internet trolls criticizing his investment advice, especially when his net worth is tens of millions of dollars. He's not just making money from book sales, but also from investing in real estate and good mutual funds. He points out an example. If you invested at the market bottom before the 2008 crash, and then saw how much the Dow has risen today, it's a clear example of how investing works. He also highlights the pitfalls of sticking to low-interest options like CD, humorously calling them certificates of depression.
You've got to learn, people. You've got to learn what's really going on out there in the real estate world and in the investing world if you want to have any money. The CD is not going to get you there. It's a certificate of depression. It's paying less than 1% in most cases.
In essence, Dave's feedback reinforces the message that investing isn't rocket science. It's about learning and making informed choices. The key is to learn and understand before you take any investment steps. In conclusion, Dave Ramsey's approach to investing offers a valuable perspective that prioritizes financial stability, discipline, and long-term wealth building. His emphasis on getting out of debt, building an emergency fund, and only investing when you have a solid financial foundation resonates with many individuals seeking a secure financial future. While his recommended investment strategy may lean towards more conservative options, it aligns with his overarching philosophy of minimizing risk and ensuring that investments align with an individual's risk tolerance and goals. However, it's important to recognize that there is no one-size-fits-all approach to investing. Different people have varying financial situations, risk tolerances, and goals. While Dave Ramsey's advice can provide a solid foundation, it's advisable to consider a range of investment strategies and seek professional advice tailored to your individual circumstances. As with any financial decision, thorough research and careful consideration are key. Ultimately, Dave Ramsey's principles can be a useful guide for those looking to navigate the complex world of investing, but adapting them to suit your personal needs and circumstances is crucial for long-term financial success. Thank you for joining me in exploring Dave Ramsey's perspective on investing your money. Remember that learning is a continuous process. Stay curious, remain open to different viewpoints, and always strive to make informed decisions that align with your goals and risk tolerance. Keep in mind that financial success is built upon a combination of knowledge, patience, and prudent choices. If you found this video informative, don't hesitate to like and subscribe to my channel for more insightful content. Feel free to share your thoughts and experiences in the comments section below. I'd love to hear from you. Here's to a future of informed investing and financial empowerment. Until next time.